Okay, folks, what a lovely way to say good morning. It's great to be back on the radio. Oh, yes. Truth 96.1. Welcome to the TBS. If you're driving your way through this morning, a pleasant good morning. Welcome to Liberia's biggest breakfast show. Cutting across the 15 counties in the land and breadth of the Republic of Liberia. As we draw close to elections, the battle of the Waterloo. That's how our politics is now turning to be. The battle of the Waterloo was fought in 1815, June 18, between Napoleon French army and the coalition led by Duke Wellington. The decisive battle of his age concluded a war that raged for 23 years. This war ended France's attempts to dominate Europe and was destroyed by Napoleon's imperial power forever. Who won the Battle of the Waterloo? The Battle of the Waterloo, in which Napoleon forces were defeated by the Prussians and the British, marked the end of the regime of France's domination in Europe. What a way to say good morning, folks. This is the TBS, Liberia's biggest breakfast show. From Limba to Lo-Fi, from Lo-Fi to Bombing, from Bombing to Bapaloo, from Bapaloo to Great Kidman, rolling to Mangibi County, Grand Jida, Grand Krug, Sino County, Nimba County, Mangibi, Montserrat, Bum, River Cess, River G, and just everywhere this morning, the love of liberty matters, yeah. Let justice be done to all. Good morning to all of our leaders. 111 days to elections. 111. 111 to elections. My name is O'Neill. This is O'Neill Ora Roberts, Maka B. Davis. Serving breakfast straight up to 10 o'clock this morning. In the midst of controversies. Good morning to you, Maka. How you doing this morning?
Good morning.
Yes. Okay.
Good morning, O'Neill, and good morning.
Go.
Yes, good to go.
Yes, very good to go.
Set to go. Yes, great. It's wonderful again to be here this morning. Today is Wednesday, midweek, huh?
Yes, midweek.
Okay. Do you have
sometime Wednesday become a holiday?
Okay, yeah, sure. But
Yeah.
do you have any reason why
Don't go something that embarrass me.
Wednesday is called Ladies' Night?
The ladies, among all of the days. The city are saying,
Yeah.
what's this, honey?
Yeah, I don't know, but
Don't put their gossip side behavior into you.
yeah, but because really, I don't know. People say it's Ladies' Night, so
We should add David Coty.
yeah, David Coty can help us to tell us why Wednesday night is called Ladies' Night. However, good morning to our wonderful people joining us this morning on the TBS here on Truth 96.1 FM. It is always a pleasure to sit here and serve our people information and education. Thanks to those who have joined us there, Real TV Live on our Facebook feed. We love to say thank you for always burning your data to join us on the show. We hope to bring you the very best this morning.
Okay.
O'Neill and MARKAS straight to election.
Straight to election. Great. Not to keep you in suspense. The ladies' night, they said ladies patrol more on Wednesday than the men.
Okay.
Yeah. The ladies Ladies patrol more than David Coty then. On Wednesday night, David Coty and others don't patrol. Ladies patrol more on Wednesday than the men. So we'll turn it over to them. We'll say,
Yeah.
your ticket.
Ladies night.
Ladies night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
if any female can confirm this, you can. If you have any of us number, you can call. We'll give you the opportunity just to sponsor.
Before we start the show?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, because I want the people to
female
know.
Don't have a number. You female get number. Every female talking for lunch yesterday. Because your man you is out. Yeah. Female talking for lunch.
Yes, but
more female patrol than men on Wednesday.
No Wednesday. That's why Wednesday night is ladies' night.
Yeah.
Well, folks, again, thank you. Welcome this morning, and I love the zest coming from O'Neill this morning. Yeah, the man, the man is always. You know, when you are passionate about what you do, what happens. Yeah. Yes, and let me appreciate you. The partnership is working, and we will get there.
Definitely. You know, my late uncle was former information minister. I've been said this before.
Okay.
Yeah, during the time of Simon, Jonathan Raffer.
Okay.
You all know Jonathan Raffer in this country. A little kid coming up. When Jonathan will come to the house, then my grandmom will say, hold this government job. She was talking to the information boss at that time. The position will let you in now. Yeah, my late uncle Jonathan Raffer, former information boss at MICAP. Then the old man said, you know, we had to talk on behalf of the government. I was a kid just listening to Jonathan Raffer. Yeah. I was like, whoa. So the government business, when you get a title, you get a position, not easy.
Yeah, you gotta talk on behalf of the government.
On behalf of the government.
Yeah.
Great. So as we get close to elections, Marka, good morning again. How is it?
We are great. We are following the day-to-day happenings in the country. And like the Bible is says, there is time and season for everything. And this is election season in Liberia and Sierra Leone, not forgetting.
Yes, Sierra Leone.
However, Sierra Leone, yes, it's going to election also. That means in this public manner, I appreciate Magdalene Sarr of THRUTH FM, who is part of the FIJA delegation covering the elections in Sierra Leone.
She go by road by air.
I think they went by road because I saw one yellow bus.
They did a shotgun straight.
Yeah, I saw one yellow bus. Yeah. And appreciation also to the president of the Female Journalists Association of Liberia, Madam Siata Scott Johnson.
Okay.
Yes. I think they are doing great. Magdalene has filed 2 major reports from Sierra Leone, which we have featured on
the road that went well.
Yes, with yellow bus.
I mean, I'll go to Guinea, Marka. I went with plane. 30 minutes from here to Guinea with a flight. Yeah. Too short. I said, But then I rode, I moved 4-5 hours.
Really?
Yes. 30 minutes from here to Conakry.
And they say that the road is curvy with hills and all of that. Yeah.
Damn it. They were not crying. What you say? That's the day more women are captured. Oh. They will give you 1 minute to call.
Yeah, 1 minute. What do you mean by ladies are captured on Wednesdays?
Yeah, for me, I said women patrol more than the men
on Wednesday.
So that's why they turn it over to them.
Yes.
Ladies night. So Augustine Sayo leave the street on Wednesday.
And leave it with the ladies.
Leave it with the ladies.
They'll be like us, man. Yeah. Augustine, you'll be like us.
There is 1 minute call.
Yeah, sure.
Why ladies night?
Yeah, why ladies night? Well, yes, while we are waiting David's call,
okay,
I know obviously
the mail calling. David Ernest Coty, 1 minute before we start the show, you the ambassador for the show. Morning.
Good morning to you and good morning to Markas.
Good morning.
Wednesday night is the night that we can capture more women.
You can capture?
Yes.
You stay capturing at the age you have already?
My brother, age is just number.
You just turned 70 a month ago.
Just a month ago, 70, I get number. Forget about that in there. I'm not cool. I'm still, look, Mama, don't let me talk. Ladies' night is, Wednesday is ladies' night because that's the time we can collect more women.
And carry them where?
To our home. When I want you carry them where? So I'm going to carry them to your house?
Okay, today is Wednesday. I'll pay your visit today.
My man, I tell you, man, can't come here in a day.
Oh.
Especially have some people like you and Baka. You can't come here in a day. You won't come to my house, come 11:59 p.m.
Oh, that midnight.
That political meeting at that time. At that time, we'll come in a political meeting.
Oh. Yeah, thank you for the show, man. You always make it warm.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
One more thing. You just reminded me about somebody.
Go.
Jonathan
Raffer, my uncle.
Oh, yes. My brother, those days in the 60s and early 70s, those are the people who forced us to listen to radio.
Okay.
My brother, some of you can remind us about some of those people. When Jonathan, he used to get news on ELBC,
Yeah.
Action, other kind of, he was a major newscaster.
Okay.
My brother, when that man used to get on the radio, whether the news is worth it or not, he will make it worth it. He will make it fine. So you just reminded me about Jonathan Raffle and people like Moses Washington, Rene Gompa, all those kind of things. Those were Tommy Rains. I mean, no, you just reminded me about something way back, man. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you. Let's see who can give the lining of the show this morning. It's about 3 minutes down. 8 o'clock is Wednesday. It's the Breakfast Show, Liberia's biggest breakfast show professional. We're trying our best. Take a personal feeling of the show.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We'll maintain the peace until we go to election. Yes, definitely.
111 days to go. And today, as you're aware, is Wednesday. David Cote says ladies' night.
When they capture ladies.
Yeah.
I thought I not put on 10.
So, in our studio chat this morning, Dr. Clarence Monima picked former Monserrato County Superintendent. He's done that already.
Yes. Grace Kwan.
Grace Kwan as running mate. Wow.
Yeah.
That's a big news.
You want me to show you the flyer?
That's a big news.
Hold on. Here is Grace Kwan. Grace Kwan has been chosen as the running mate to Dr. Clarence Monimba.
Dr. Clarence Monimba.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
In our studio chat.
Yeah, so I saw that other comment. Anyway, we'll talk in the studio chat. We'll talk about that. Yeah. This is Lofa and Congo.
Lofa and Maserati.
Lofa and Maserati. Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll touch that in our studio chat. Also throw light on the Farmington Agreement because it is important to the successful and peaceful conduct of the elections. We'll always remind our leaders who signed that declaration to uphold the peace during these elections. We'll also look at the CPP and UP asking the Victor Say Group to endorse the ticket, their tickets instead of
their podcast we did yesterday when I smoked to the party headquarters.
Instead of going to the CDC. However, we've been receiving a couple of calls, people asking us for Victor's number and all of that. Some of those who are our colleagues, media colleagues, we did send Victor's number, but I can't remember sending it to any politician anyway.
Okay. Maybe about tomorrow we'll send it.
Yeah. And also, we will still throw light on this issue at VOA Community. Where is that? Breville?
Yeah, Breville. VOA.
Yes, Breville.
The sea erosion.
The sea erosion threatening the community due to sand mining by Chinese in that area. We cannot sell out everything we have, including where we're supposed to even build our homes. Yes, we have to protect the land. Coming up at 8:20, review of the papers. 8:25 to 8:40. Talk to your leader segment. We give you the opportunity to do that. 8:40 to 9:05, District 12 Representative Aspirant Amara Fofana will be our guest. We learned that Muslims who were going to the Hajj in Mecca got stranded at the airport and even slept on the floor. While we hear more from Amara Fofana on that also. 10 after 9 to 9:15, we take sports, a bit of entertainment. 9:15 to 10 o'clock this morning, BWR Not Full Funders Day program is coming up. We will have a reflection on the institution and progress of BWR. Fode Rogers and Sam Smo Barber will sit with us this morning on the TBS on Truth 96.1 FM. In the midst of all
controversy, in the midst of all difficulty, whether you support other president, the country first. Yes, I'm trying to place a call to Dr. Clarence Monimba.
Okay.
Yes, after he's saying this much talk about running mate thing.
But I have problem with two persons now.
Okay.
One is Simeon Freeman, and the second will be Dr. Clarence Monimba.
Okay. Because
they have come here consistently. We have had articles on them or we have featured their activities in our news, but when they are making some of the major decisions, like when they come here with president, when are you needing the running mate? And and they will dodge us. At the end of the day, when they are doing it, we don't even know.
Can't announce it.
Yes.
But Simeon, I don't want to push Simeon too much. I think Simeon is ready for this. Simeon. I'm thinking ready.
Anyway, we
but
I hope he can pick.
Yes, he's not picking up. Normally the politician will have midnight these meetings upon meetings. You don't want to settle for a politician. Late evenings, trust me, you won't control your own time. If you're working with any of these politicians, they want to take you for a meeting. If you're a driver, if you're
maybe
an
they have
assistant,
maybe they have just made the decision. The official pronouncement will be made at a ceremony. Maybe.
So with this flyer, this is the most talked about social media flyer right now. Determined as the new Liberia. Everyone know Grace Brown. I mean, she was superintendent during the Ellen Johnson government time. She have some by public relations some point in time when Edward Ford, the former lawmaker from District 16, would strongly believe that he's going to win that district again from what's this guy? Dixon Sibo, District 16. Yeah, you know, when they eat that thing, that audio thing came. Yeah, so I think years have come and passed and go. So Grace Brown, I strongly believe that you have a huge number here in Montserrat and parts of the other counties. So, and now knowing that Clarence Monuba, the former vice president of this country, Harry Monuba's son, he's from the Belesa in Lofa County. So Lofa now is going to be highly contested for. You have Tomo Falade, who's looking like his home now, spending huge cash in Lofa County. There's no secret about that. He just splashed out $12 million Liberian dollars just from last week, paying graduation fee for almost all of the high school. Physical cash. I want to see Kazulu.
Over 12 million.
12 million Liberian dollars.
Wow.
Yes. Kazulu cried. You remember Kazulu was on the show last week.
I see why they named during the 2020 midterm election, they named the 500 bills after Tomofara.
5. Okay. we are quoting Hensi Kazulu now. They said, but Kazulu, this man is your colleague. Why you be crying, man? Then he said, no, he's different. I said, okay, he's get 12 million. So Lofa County is going to be highly contested for MARKAS. So you have T5 is there. It's no secret that Joseph Wakai, I mean, that's his hometown, Lofa County. The first thing you think about Wakai, you think about Lofa County, you can push that out. But we saw in the just ended election about Senator Joseph winning Kotima.
That was the by-election?
Yeah, the by-election. You have the CPP2 there with Cummins and team highly working in Lofa County. Then, no one should underestimate Dr. Clarence Monuba in Lofa County.
Sure.
From his anger. I've been seeing a couple of work for me in that county. So Lofa now, there is no stronghold for any specific political party in Lofa County.
Even if somebody is holding, is clicking on or holding on to Lofa, that percentage will drop drastically considering the competition there now. Yeah,
let me see how many percent registered voters in Lofa County quickly. Lofa County have 177,892 registrants. 177,000. So it's not possible to just win 100,000 votes for one political party.
It will be difficult.
I mean, it's not easy. So with the decision, I don't know how the decision came about because nobody was hearing about Grace Brown. Yeah, nobody heard about Grace Brown for a very long time. But they have strongly believed that, well, this is the best ticket for the new Liberia. So we expect to be hearing Grace appearing like Charlotte is doing now. At least another female now have popped out. The women should be celebrating this.
Yeah, and the last time I interviewed Dr. Moniba here, I asked him about the consideration he was making about his running mate. I asked whether a female was highly on the table, and he said yes, they are having consideration across the board, and he's one person who supports women participation and representation. So, and we are seeing this flyer.
I'm surprised to hear. I mean, don't get me wrong. No one was dreaming about Grace Brown.
I just want him to pick up the call and tell us whether this decision has been finalized.
But no party chairman.
Yeah, the party. I want to know folks from his office.
Yes, call someone from his office.
Yeah, let me see. Let me call someone from the office of Dr. Clarence Moniba whether this decision has been made and will be finalized at a ceremony or announced at a ceremony. Let me see. I'll find somebody.
So while you're trying to do so, we anticipate there are several other presidential aspiring or hopeful who have not yet named the running mate. Maybe we could get David Cote going as running mate to any one of them. Yeah, they will have a full story in Lofa County. You can rule it out. Anyway, so Terran Gongolo have not named his running mate yet. So Councillor Terran Gongolo, another presidential hopeful, Robert Morris.
But well, out of that
everybody.
I think they are. I think they are out of the capital.
Let's do the regular. We'll keep calling.
Yeah.
I'll still calling Dad. You be calling
the lieutenants.
The lieutenants. Yes. So Tao Gongol is here to announce Sheikh Kuyate, Robert F. Morris, and Robert F. Morris. These are
Councillor Yofi.
Luther Yofi
is here to announce.
Yes, they're full now.
Okay.
Yeah. So 3 female vice running mates. Yes. The vice president Joel Howard Tiller is no secret. She's gonna go with George Weah. Yeah, that is very clear about that. 99%.
Currently, we have how many running mates? Female running mates. We have.
Female should be the last. So me, I think doesn't say.
No,
George Weah and Joel Tiller.
I'm female.
Yes, there are 3 females.
Okay.
Joel is with George Weah. Councillor Charlene Bronskin with Alexander Benedict Cummins.
And now Grace Pan. Reportedly with Dr. Clarence Monimba.
Damn, man. So the office of it's not picking up. We'll move on.
I think, yeah.
We'll move on.
Oh. I hope this is not. I hope this is not intentional.
Yeah.
I hope this is not intentional.
What? You can try the TBS. What we on you? But we hope before the day you will definitely go on the pay. I think I got the chief of office staff. Yes, line. Let's make this one final call and confirm this, because now the social media now is like a 100. So most of the things that come up, some of them are true, some of them are not. Yeah. But the office of Dr. Clarence Monimba should be able to confirm this. Yes, there was no press conference for her. Then how come we see this person have been going on with the party? Grace Kwan. What? Chris Kwan, good morning to you. If that is it,
okay. I think I'm getting Sankara Johnson.
Okay.
Sankara Johnson is from the Lino and from the office of the standard bearer. Samuel, good morning. This is the TBS.
Good morning, Marka. Good morning to the great people of Painesville. Good morning to the great people of Liberia.
Okay. It is great to have you from the office of the standard bearer of Lino, Dr. Clarence Monimba. This flyer circulating. Samuel, are you there? Samuel is.
I was at a question again.
Samuel, don't try this, please. Yeah, you have to. It is important that we do this because, yes, we love to get the information.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe he's rushing in the office.
And there have been no post officially from Dr. Monimba's page.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Yes, because this flyer, we want them to make clarity. So we can just run with something that is not authentic. So, however, they may bring the office of the standard bearer to us.
Let's move on. We can hold this.
Yeah, sure. We can hold the show hostage.
One political party can hold the whole country.
Yeah, sure.
Even the core elections can hold the whole country.
Yeah.
So we'll move on. So it's left with you now to move on.
They said we move.
We move.
Yeah, we move.
We move. Damn it. People can move a lot of things in the hard.
Absolutely.
Damn it. When the party
so that was the first.
They're calling back.
Okay, he's calling back. He's calling back. So yeah, but you were better ever since. I don't know what happened.
Please confirm what we see on the social media.
Yeah. We are seeing a flyer. We are seeing a flyer circulating on social media with the photograph of Dr. Monimba and the former superintendent Grace Pan. What does it mean? Is there a confirmation that she's being picked as running mate?
That we can assure the people of Liberia that yes, indeed, Madam Grace Pan is being sealed as the vice presidential candidate to Dr. Clarence Monimba of the Liberia National Union.
Okay.
Have you had a ceremony or the naming ceremony, or it was just done quietly behind closed door?
And this is this Friday. the Ladua National Union and Dr. Clarence K. Moniba will officially be, the anxiety of many of our partisans, and especially getting a character like Grace Barr, and also ensuring that women participation be paramount in the democratic process of our country, to include women participation. So the anxiety was too much, to the extent that I was surprised the flyers took the entire country and even outside of the country. But again, that is the beauty of the politics, especially when you capture a bigger fish that is not a novice to the political system of the country. So everybody gets concerned. So we can say to you this Friday, the political leader, Dr. Clarence K. Moniba, will officially be announcing Madam Grace Tiban as the vice presidential candidate.
Okay.
Clear.
That is great. That is
Clear.
great. So she will be revealed now to the public because she's named or picked already. Thank you.
Okay, it's a pleasure always, and I think THRUTH FM, we want to appreciate you. You are highly invited.
No, Kala, now you coming out in the invitation. We'll see you, man. Good, man. Hey, man. Man, let our man go.
Thank you, Samuel Sankara Johnson.
Now raising our invitation. So so the information is quite correct. Okay. But quickly, I feel we stress all the time. You see, Lino alone took off most of our time. Yes. Congratulations, Grace Kwan. Although you have been quiet for a very long time. Yeah, you call the name Grace Kwan in this country. So what have you been? So we expect you to use more, and like Shanley is growing just everywhere. So we'll send an invitation officially maybe about Monday.
Sure.
Yes, we'll have of us in studio. More female now popping up on Sunday. On some maybe Taiwan too will go for a female.
Yeah, it's almost becoming a
competition now. Serious one.
Some kind of way I want to call it.
Joy and George, Cummins and Charlene. Monuba and Grace Kwan.
I think it's a manifestation of the song the Liberian women always sing, Sabasa, Sabasa, the man on the right, the woman on the left, working Sabasa.
Baka missed it too.
He missed out on it. Yeah, Baka missed on that. He missed out on that. So he will get slim chance with the women in Liberia.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe Taiwan will pick. Let me call something. Maybe Taiwan will pick Nima Bowie. Lema Bowie. Well, a very good name.
What?
No.
However, that was the first on our plate. So let's look at. So just in a minute, again, we want to remind the political leaders, not only the standard bearers. When we say political leaders in these parties, we should not just limit it to the standard bearers, but let's also look at the women leaders, the youth leaders, the leaders in the counties. It is your responsibility to ensure that we maintain the peace of this country in the course of these elections, because you went to the Farmington Declaration, and it is upon all of us as Liberians to ensure that this country is peaceful. And like I always say, this is the only way we can develop the country. So the Farmington River Declaration is an instrument that we are holding you by. You must stand by this, uphold it to the core, as even stated by the outgoing U.S. Ambassador Michael McCarthy. He said, if you are not taking it serious, we the people are taking your signatures on our document very seriously. So you have to stand by that document as the trump card to a peaceful election. Whatever that disenchants you, take it to the law, take it through the court and legal process, so that we can have a redress. We cannot go back to where we came from 20 years ago, when we were toting our own bags and everything you think about all over the place. Young people this whole thing about drugs, it started from the war. People started smoking gunpowder. You know about that? So these are things we don't want to remember in this country anymore.
Yes.
So let's stand by the Farmington River Declaration.
Yes. We'll hold all of you to book. Those of you who have fixed your signature, those of you leaders, don't forget the Farmington. It is a Farmington Declaration that is going to make sure we go through this free, fair election. There will be no form of violence, as we said every morning, pushing this agenda. But quickly, let's talk on this quick before we get the lines activated. I'm seeing some folks trying to call. Yesterday, this issue from Victor say set up this rally for President George Weah. And I want to say this again. I've been receiving lots of calls, some within the CDC. The broadcast we did on yesterday was in the good faith of the party. You like it or not, whether you have secret meetings or not, the broadcast we did on yesterday. Because if George Weah is to be re-elected, if people set up their own, how do I call it? Their own team for George Weah re-election, it should not be highly politicized. The fact of the matter, any group that set up a rally in the name of the president, why? They want the president to be re-elected. So there should be no form of political placement. So with that gathering on Saturday, now, well, the president didn't attend. The information that was sent to George Weah, well, don't show up. These were all underage people. Now you have the CPP and folks of the Unity Party calling Victor, say, we need your endorsement. I mean, election in Africa now goes by numbers. Of course. Everybody want a number on a ticket. So, so Victor said now, since yesterday, the folks from the CPP, well, they said, since that huge number attended the ATS and there was no program, it was canceled, we need the same number to come and give their own endorsement to our political party. So that meeting you had on yesterday, and the broadcast that we did yesterday, was in the good faith of the CDC. And George, good morning to you, my black president. Good morning to you, President. You didn't attend it, and that was a sad one. If John Brown in Kidman, in Bombay, who wants to endorse you and say, yes, I stand for the re-election of you, you should honor it. Everybody now looking for numbers. Let's move on so we get the lines activated. And Professor Wilson Tappert, the VOA community, the Chinese are mining what we call the black sand, one of the most important sand in the world. And you find the black sand in Liberia. If nothing is done at the VOA community near the Royal Funeral Home in Broadville, there will be serious sea erosion. Today is day number 3. We'll be saying this out to you. That sand mining should be stopped, put to a halt. Otherwise else, in time to come, when there are no more EPA bus, they will remind you during your time, will remind you that this place could cause a problem. You saw the report you brought from Nimba yesterday with Yang.
Yeah, Yang the flooding.
The flooding in Nimba. All activity was put to a halt for almost 2-3 hours. It was reported in the news. So we're telling the EPA, please put halt to the black sand mining that is happening in Broadville. Yes, Prof, please do so.
Please do so. And again, a reminder to the Labor Ministry, also protests continue in Lofa community, Mount Barclay. Yes, I keep receiving text messages from there. The young people there, the community people are protesting. They are protesting against pollution in the area by the operation of Redco. Redco has a big factory right on the road in the curve when you're going to Fendel.
Yeah.
The people are claiming that they are the company is polluting the community. According to them, they're supposed to be manufacturing beverages, but they are suspecting that they are manufacturing other things there. So the Ministry of Labor and all relevant authorities should intervene. The people are continuing a protest today. I think this is day 3.
Day 3 of the protest.
This is day 3 of that protest. So we want to call on the attention of government and those charged with the responsibility to go and intervene to understand exactly what the plights of the people are.
And maybe to do this quickly, we promised to talk about BRAC, this company called BRAC.
Yes.
BRAC. Yeah. And there is another company that also gave out loan. This company is called the Liberia Enterprise Development Finance Company.
Okay.
They'll listen to this. The Liberia Enterprise Development Finance Company. They are the owner of the CEO is the owner of the RLJ and other properties. Okay. Owner is Dr. Papa Kwesi.
Okay.
The CEO is Ambrose Hoffert. This company gave out small, medium loan to small businesses, what we call the SME, small, medium entrepreneur. Yes. Ranging, they will give you loan from $10,000 to $100,000 United States dollars. The U.S. government, listen to this, the same way we're trying to bring the full information of BRAC, it's similar thing with this company called the Liberia Enterprise Development Finance Company. The U.S. government gave this company money to loan only to Liberians. You're listening up, This company are to give loan only to Liberians. And this money comes directly from where? The U.S. government. The U.S. government. The CEO, Ambrose. The U.S. government gave this company money to give loan only to Liberia, ranging from 10,000 to any amount. The money is given out through installment if you're paying 36 in 1 year. But as I speak, all those who they are giving on loan, Marka, up to present, these people are not being able to give the money back.
Wow.
The time have elapsed. The time have elapsed. The company gave even probational period. So, and for example, the U.S. government gave this company, let's say, 1 million, right? In this month, 1 million giving you, please give loan only to Liberian. That's why when you go there, they'll ask you for your bank statement, they'll ask you for passport and all of that. Same thing Bragg is doing. But as I speak, the company not been able to get the money back from, those who they are giving on loans.
They think it's free money?
That's one thing, oh. And the company have to pay with interest back to the U.S. government.
Wow.
They have operation in Monserrado, Grand Bassa, and Grand Gidet. So we'll bring you full detail on this. This company, as I speak, workers that have been all since bash. The company is Liberia Enterprise Development Finance Company, right in Congo town there. People reaching out. That's the one of us say you want to call. And anyway, yes, let's do your statement. Okay. You'll be our first caller, then we'll get the line speaking up for.
Sure.
Yeah, that is a statement in the country. So we'll give him the opportunity to do so. So we have the standard bearer of Lainu, Dr. Clarence Monumba, live on the line this morning to you. Good morning to you. Welcome to the Breakfast Show.
How are you?
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Great. You're live on the TBS. Congratulations with your running mate, Madam Grace, on your ticket, finally.
We have, what we are trying to do is, like I said, redefine what it means to be a Liberian politician, redefine how we want to really transform our country. And so we continue to look for good people to join our team, New Liberia. We are pushing hard. We want the Liberian people to know that tomorrow in Liberia will be better than what we have today.
Was it a difficult decision? All along, you've been holding on to an announced running mates. All of a sudden, boom, we saw Grace on the ticket.
Well, we are going to be officially announcing our vice standard bearer very soon. But yes, there's very few people in Liberia who has character in politics now, who has the character, who has the vision, who has the experience. Somebody who had fought corruption at the highest of levels. So it's we are very proud of what we're doing at Lining Party. We are very proud of what we bring to the table. We truly think that if we want to change this country our country, if we truly want to change Liberia, we have to start to change the type of leaders we bring and we elect. It's no longer good enough to say, I'm voting for somebody because they're popular or they've been running for a long time. We have to start to look at the person's background, at the person's history, and ultimately what we want to do for the country. What are our policies? For us, we are very clear. We want a country here in Liberia where we are self-sufficient in our staple food of rice, where every single county will be responsible to grow something so that Liberia can be self-sufficient. We want a country where in education, everybody graduating from high school must have 2 years of technical and vocational training. We want a country where every single district in our country will have a modern hospital, a clinic, so that our people can go to hospitals and have doctors and medication and be able to come out healthy. So we are looking for people to join our team. We truly believe that this is a time for actual change, and so we want to make history together. So we are looking for good people to join us. Like I said, we'll soon be announcing officially our pick, and we look forward to making history and taking this country by storm.
You had a long list you've been reviewing. Wow, Grace man.
For all the things I just talked about, when you look at her history, and I look forward to us coming on the show sometime next week.
Yeah, we look forward from your running mate, Grace Crown 101 was on maybe on Monday.
So and that's what we'll do. But again, like I said, we were looking for advice.
Why you want to stand up, bro, and advice to come on the show together? Let's do the running mate on Monday.
No, I won't be. I'll be. The good thing about who we are selecting, she is extremely strong. In everything from her character to her ability to defend herself and to talk about what she wants for this country. So no, she will be there on her own. I can't confirm Monday, but she will be coming and doing her radio tour as well. But the thing is, again, like I said, we're looking for somebody who was well situated in Liberian politics in the sense of executive leadership. No other vice stand-up there has the executive leadership that she has.
Okay.
We're looking for somebody, like I said, who has fought corruption. We were looking for somebody who, somebody of faith. And so, no, I'm very clear and I'm very proud to say that she is the most qualified vice stand-up bearer that there is. And the Liberian people will be extremely happy when we make the official announcement and we start to move out community to community, district to district around the country.
Thank you so much for coming through this morning, Dr. Monumba.
Thank you so much, my dear brother. Have a good morning.
Great. The voice from Dr. Clarence Monumba with us. So let's see if we get some calls coming up. Yeah.
0770-202579. 0770-202579 is the number.
0770-153-265. Call. You'll be live on the Breakfast Show this morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Mr. One. Good morning, people in Urawa. This is successfully Sipapi Keita. I do joining from the most Akanda district almost around county. Let me say good morning to Labera this morning. And let me say kulo to THRUTH family this morning. Now, one thing I understand about the team of Urawa and a lot of Marka, Terry, number one. And you people always say like prophet on the media. What do I mean by that? Because more often I have listened to you people, like more especially only sitting ahead of the time and talk about it. At the end of the day, people come to it. What do I mean by that? And they go on Monday, my two officers appear on ERPC, and I think about Marka Theory and Oni Rabo. Wow, this is the issue that Marka been discussing and a lot of Oni Rabo. But however, I appreciate you people in studio this morning for your kind work to the Liberian people. And I also send my spirit of recovery to my uncle this morning, Joseph Mwaka. He fell sick day before yesterday, they take him to Ghana.
Let's take that off. Leave it. You're on recovery now. Good morning.
Good morning, Maka.
Good morning.
Let me say good morning to the people of the Republic of Liberia. The name is Nugwe A. George, and I call you this morning from a rented resident in Baptist Seminary.
Go ahead, 30 seconds, please.
Okay, thank you. And I much appreciate you guys for the topic this morning. I see the enthusiasm in Oni Rabo and you this morning for the show. But let me clearly speak to the increase in the U.S. rate, which was Samuel Twain came out, found out Minister came out and said a whole lot of things. That is just far from the truth. So we as economic students, when we read and these various analysis and statistics you were reading, just tell us that you want to formulate words in order to blindfold the Liberian people. But you cannot sit when you see the economy, when you see the rate, skyrocket like this, and then you cannot institute policy to stimulate the economies. So all of that thing you were saying, that one called just left from behind you, and you say a whole lot of things. So I want you to read between the lines to be able to institute this zero inflationary.
I'm figuring out cure. Yeah, if just hold on. Let's bet. If just hold on.
Yes, 30 seconds.
Already.
Good morning, Veteran Maka and O'Neill, and let me say good morning to
you know, veteran thing you're talking.
The name is Aloysius P. Flomo Jr., and I phoned in this morning from Bloor, Majimi County. Marka, this morning I called to speak to the office of Senator James Emmanuel Nukwe. Firstly, I want to commend your office, Honorable Senator, for initiating several developmental projects within Majimi County and also for perfectly representing Majimi County at the Librarian Senate. But also, Senator, there are a few other projects that are very essential to my Givians, most especially as we dive into the heat of this rainy season. And I think the completion of those projects will also give some euphoria to entire citizens to support you on the decision you took for President Weah re-election. And some of those projects include the bridge project that you started in the Barclays Farm community in Lower Majimi County that link the yellow balls to the cotton tree community. I think it is very important that your office we direct our attention to that project because the people of that community now are getting to realize that they are facing a lot of challenges, most especially as we approach the rainy season.
All right. Otherwise else though, they get vote. Easy. Hey, man, good morning. Go ahead. You're live. 1 minute.
Hey, good morning. Good morning.
Why you laughing? I said 1 minute. You laughing? People from the CDC and other parties can accuse me. Say I can hold Abel on the line for 3-4 minutes. So let's do 1 minute.
Even heavy. There were caucus there. Jesus used to go. He had 12 disciples, and then he always used to go Peter, James, and John. Where were the other 9? Caucus everywhere. Every time Jesus was to pray, he would say Peter, James, and John. Then he would leave the other 9. So caucus everywhere. But I want to ask you one question before I say what I want to say. Why is it the government does not like to, include you people in broadcast? They go down with all that truth. You was left out.
We don't know.
That's the government decision. Government is government. You can question it. If government call 1 or 2 presenters and say this is how we want you to conduct.
The guys are afraid of you because you're too critical, But you go to small radio station, then you leave big radio station at THRUTH FM. I don't know what these people interpretation. But again, that's the kind of people we have. But that's what I want to see. The last time the government announced over 300,000 street children. The gender ministry announced. So you announced over 300 street children for 2018 to present. What are you doing about it? What are you doing? It's just to announce the figure. Just as the vocational training centers are all shut down. The one in Panama, Sano, the one in Clay, and the one in Bonkante, Tumutu. Since 2017, graduation was held. As well, the one in Tumutu, 117% graduated. From that day up to now, the government has not been able to activate those vocational training centers. The partner gave the Ministry of Youth and Sport through the government $2 million for quote-unquote underprivileged youth. Today, why is that money? The people have got no solution to the young people because they have inflicted their suffering. They have increased their habit. That's why you see that stuff that was launched last year, they have not gotten any morale because the government has failed flat when it comes to reducing the thing called drugs in the country.
So let me just hold you there. Ebe, hold on a little bit. That's why we're not selected to cover, the government review from 2018 to present. I listen up to the Minister of Finance, who said this government have done well more than your Unity Party government. You from the Unity Party, during your government, you have 2 million people in living with just poverty, and they have done more as compared to your government.
Even Seto rejected that statement. Even the devil in hell rejected that statement. This government has failed, but and I know that this government has failed. Their own PDPA, their own document said they would have lifted 1 million persons out of poverty. Have they lifted 20 persons? They want to go out of poverty. That Mr. George, we are the president, his wife, Samuel Twain, Nathaniel McGill, Moruba Malu, Eugene Nangwe, and the rest of them. These are the people that are being lifted out of poverty. You got 300 street. I just told you 300,000 street children. How can you announce 300,000 street children? They say you have lifted people out of poverty. If those people were lifted out of poverty, you think that children would have been in the street? It's a black lie from the devil, and it is used to coerce the people.
Okay.
We have not lifted anyone out of poverty.
All right, Amen. You have 2 million people in your government. Hold on, in your government, you have 2 million people living with extreme poverty. You didn't talk about that. This.
2005 to 2017, you could not have given a contract to Mr. George Weah. Any government did 100%. Our John Weah, he says he has graded you 80%. Why is it John Weah said when he graded Ellie Josie and Joe Parker 80%?
Okay.
So why you think? This government under President Weah is a dumb government. They failed to elaborate people and that.
All right, thank you. You got 2 minutes already.
Let me take this.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning, O'Neill. Mr. Good morning to Marga. This having P. Cook and I joined a discussion on vacant district decision number 5. And let me speak on the issue of VOA and the same money. You see, look, O'Neill, some of the actions by investors and other foreigners, it is encouraged by community leaders. Community leaders, they think that when they make a community chairman, they own the community. So anything, any agreement to go in. Take for example, what is happening in VOA. In our community, river community, someone can't dig insane here. If they say they own the community, I mean, it is bad. When we are elected at a local government structure, more than the community level, we should see it as a position to save humanity. Not to be telling people, say, our community chairman, but then come to sign contract, to sign agreement. No. What we that business function and to reach so it's sad for us.
Thank you, Abby.
Okay. Yeah.
Good morning.
Go ahead.
Good morning, people, Maka.
Go ahead.
Yeah, let me say good morning to Osamba. My name is Zuru Kamot. Here this morning from Unification Camp for my country. People Maka and Uni this morning. I want to speak to our government, precisely the finance minister. You know, since the Minister of Finance and now the Maritime Commissioner appear, we're putting their statement into pieces to understand what some of the things they were saying. People Maka, it was necessary to know that the finance minister who talk about lifting people out of poverty. I think that statement it was only going to tell the Liberian people that the CDC government has created more hardship with difficulty for the Liberian people. Come out of our area today. The slogan of that area is nothing here again, nothing here no more. Because the area is dry. Then the finance minister have the audacity to sit on a public radio and tell us that he's creating more jobs, lifting people out of poverty. I think that statement, the finance minister needs to apologize to the Liberian people for misleading the public. Thank you for having me this morning.
Okay, great. So before you pick this call, I mean this release from the ministerial agenda. I don't know whether it's what timely, because government, you work together as a stakeholder. You know very well the Minister of Finance and that of the Commissioner of Maritime was going to address the public, right? So this release from the ministerial agenda and Pisota, this release that you issue out to the public. On the same day, Minister Twe addressed the nation. I think it was not timely, because the Minister of Finance is talking about how this government has lifted out 270,000 people out of poverty.
So this survey was not exclusively done by the General Ministry, or done in with support from partners. So,
so they released it out on behalf of the ministerial agenda. Of course,
it was the timetable. It needed to be released
on the same day. So you see what the problem is coming for now? 366,000 children living in the street.
No, I think it was released a week before the appearance of the finance minister.
It was published on the same day of the appearance of the Minister of Finance. Okay. So, but what do John Ministry, the General Ministry? That's why sometimes I have a reflection. I say, this lady, former General Minister Julia Duncan Cassell, time at the General Ministry and that of Pisota, with this kind of release, what are the General Ministry on their own have done? You know. Anyway, yes, let's look at a few call. Amarapa, we have to forget about Amara business now. Yeah. What?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Good morning, Marka. Good morning to O'Neill. I'm constrained to call this morning. Normally, I don't call on a TBS. No.
Please call your name.
My name is Deborah Plakisari. Let me talk to the young people this morning. Please. I'm not in support of any party, but let me stick to the conscious mind of our young people, more especially sedition. Going on Facebook, posting a whole lot of photos about Joseph Boakai, calling on the radio, saying negative things about him. Don't you have a father? Don't you have a grandfather? I mean, it's wrong. Why can't you buy your blessing? If he's sick, leave him alone. You don't have money to send him to hospital. If you can pray for him, leave him alone. But Marka go on social media this morning. Where did Joseph Marka fall off? That all the physicians are running with all type of picture on Facebook, all type of posts on Facebook.
The bird tone said this is politics. I mean, everybody want a number.
Politics, man. What happened to us? Are we not coming from home?
Okay.
What our value from homes that our parents taught us? Because of politics, we should disgrace ourselves.
Okay.
Don't we have value again no longer on earth?
Okay. Great. Thank you. Thank you, Deborah. I'm trying to pick someone very close to the vice president, the former vice president, the face of the Unity Party, journalist Charles Snyder. And let me just ask Charles what is happening as regards to the vice president, as well as been circulated on the social media. And Charles, when you see Joseph Boyka, you see Charles Snyder, veteran journalist Charles Snyder. Good morning. You live on the Breakfast Show morning.
Yeah, good morning, O'Neill. How you doing?
Okay, great. I'm fine. As the vice president, I mean, on the social media, people is concerned of Joseph Boyka.
Well, apparently, people are being carried away with the propaganda that the people have designed, saying that Joseph Boyka is ill and all that. Joseph Boyka is not ill. Joseph Boyka is as healthy as any 77-year-old man. What has happened is our principal has had an appointment in out of the country for a meeting, and that's what he's gone for.
Okay,
he left here. I saw him off at the airport, and he will be returning into the country on Thursday.
Okay, so yesterday, Mr. Snyder announced yesterday, Ambassador Boyka flew off the country yesterday via Kenya to Ghana. Was he in a wheelchair? Was he on a carry-on? I mean, leaving the airport, and this all is on the social media. The ambassador is not well. He's going for a check on all of that.
I accompany him in his vehicle to the airport. Okay, I didn't see any wheelchair. He doesn't need a wheelchair. I said that he's in very good health. All right. There's no need for all this propaganda, but it's election time, so people must do this. So, but as far as we're concerned, all is well. He returns to the country on Thursday. Looking forward to.
Is he back in country? Is he back in country?
He'll be back on Thursday.
He returns on Thursday.
On tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. Thanks for picking my call this morning, Charles Snyder.
Oh, you're welcome, O'Neill.
Great. Great, thank you. Let's give former lawmaker this opportunity. David Cote. David, which party now you from now? I mean, you from ACOP yet to announce running mate David Cote, or you going back to the Unity Party, or you're the CPP? Where are you, David Cote, or the CDC?
I'm a member of the March Congress of Democratic Change.
So, Abbas.
Now, let me just say something quickly. Though I'm from the CDC, but I want to support Deborah this morning. I don't know whether it's because of the kush or what kind of cigarette. I don't know what's happening. We have to be very careful. There's nobody in this country that does not have a pre-existing condition. We all are sick in some kind of way, somehow. Yes. The reason why we don't know is because we don't check the hospital. We don't check the hospital. Go to the different hospitals today. Young people, old people, they are sick with some kind of problem. So, like Deborah mentioned, I'm not speaking on behalf of Boyka. I'm not in Unity Party.
Yeah, you from the CDC.
Yeah, they expelled me a long time.
Okay.
They said they expelled me. I don't even go around the party office.
Okay.
But the point Deborah, I don't go there.
Okay.
The point Deborah is making is what I want to say. Look, if we don't be careful, our days will end very badly.
Okay.
You got to be very careful. Especially people who are statesmen, to just talk about that kind of way because you want to please your bosses. You got to be careful. This person is dead. Who doesn't have a problem? Who? Everybody. You know, one of the reasons why I always pray for war not to come back to this country. One of the main things that killed a lot of people in this country was because they couldn't to be war. We don't manufacture anything here. All of the drugs come from other places. Nothing is made here. So when these drugs that are supposed to come from abroad to come so you can take your regular and daily medicine are not here, you will die.
Okay.
So people didn't die because of hunger. They died because they could not get their drugs to continue taking. So if anybody thinks that you don't have a problem, go to the hospital today. You will see.
All right. Thank you, David Courtney of the CDC.
Go for a general checkup today. You will see whether you don't have a problem. Bye-bye, man.
Thank you. Yes. Is it
Just wanted to squeeze in Emmett.
Yes.
Another former lawmaker according.
Yeah. Look, you're trying to give us some credit somewhere, somehow. You know, look, my colleague and I will not make the decision for Liberian people. You know, yesterday, sometimes we'll talk, you feel like we hate the president, or sometimes we'll talk, you feel like we hate. You see what they did for the United Party? How many network will do such a thing? And we're trying to be fair enough to the political space here as we get close to election. It is not us here will play on the minds of the Liberian. Liberian will make the decision on October 10th.
Sure. So,
Big Emmett,
good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Markas, and good morning, Odile. My name is Emmett Hammer, and calling with Car City this morning. Markas, I want to use your platform to appreciate Honorable Alpha June for submitting a bill that want to change the Harvard College to Markeville University. Today you go Nima University, get graduate university, and former university. But why they will can't change out to Markeville University? It will start a boost to all. But we say Harvard College deputy, that college the honor of the office of us too. So what the Markeville is a bring more boost in our country and show how the opportunity to go and at least it will be opportunity for everyone. But we hope and pray that we should be part of that maybe change to Markeville University. Thank you so much for giving me time this morning.
Okay, Markeville University coming up. Yes, that pronouncement was made yesterday by
you got someone?
Abba Jones.
Yeah.
Take McLean. Take McLean runner.
Look, McLean, good morning.
Good morning, police Robert, and good morning to my big brother here, or better, I usually call Veteran Maka, and in a special.
Man, you start calling me veteran.
Veteran.
Only Robert, this is activist McLean runner, and I do join you this morning from Seal, the biggest electoral center. Only Robert, that make me okay to squeeze it, the logical analysis on the platform. That's the two ways, the 20 issues that is circulating in our political cloud or social economical cloud. However, there are two critical points here. That is, in the court of public opinion with political alignment. Global Muslim Stat is not wrong. I repeat, in the court of public opinion and political alignment, Global Muslim Stat is not wrong. In the court of public jurisdiction, Global Muslim Stat have been charged with murder and wrong with each other, so from West Africa 19 hours ago. Mind you, it is what not realized. In that time, when we forward, we will have the daughter in fact, and that will brought us into a cry. If president having been set on it, when the community court of jurisdiction comes on with a brother, is to open onto every citizen, be it national, international, to abide by the laws of the court. But mind you, I can say there have been many rulings that have come down from the federal court. Liberians as a whole are rejecting those rulings. I'm not saying that in fact, at no point in time they are not entitled to their opinion, but their opinion was not on that date. Wow, come on the court of the community court to jurisdiction to set the law fee for others in this country. As a matter of fact, some of us, we take an exception in some incidents, but mind you, we must respect the laws that govern this country. Thank you for the opportunity, Maka. Thank you for the opportunity, Holy Rabba. I think it's my right now. Do join this morning for field.
So activate my clean rounder. All right. Thank you. Let's flip. I think we have two local delays here quickly. Let's just get the catching headline from the front page Africa and that of the Heritage newspaper. The front page Africa. Musa Dane, check your WhatsApp. Musa Dane, legendary running back for Mercy, is being captured on the front page Africa. Why you need to grab a copy and see what is it? Your Horner in Horner, absolute obedience to the citation of this honorable court the Attorney General of Liberia, the Dame of the Supreme Court, and that of Ledger Rennie pray for mercy and apologies to your honor. This is the lawyer Councilor Pearl Brown Boo. The paper is quoting this warning on behalf of the Minister of Justice, that of the Mika boss, say in contempt of court's proceeding regarding justice. Information Minister press statement furthering verdict in the U.S. 100 million cocaine trial. Tame.
And on the
major lead story there on the front page. Let's go for the major one. We get Councilor. My mother is innocent. Yes, just go back to the front page. Scroll down. Yes, go there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Here is it.
On the front page, of the front page Africa newspaper, Councilor Gloria Musu's card and relatives reportedly charged with murder, criminal conspiracy, and making false statements to police. But her son insists my mother is innocent. That's the a major lead story on the front page of the front page Africa newspaper.
Your mother innocent.
And yes. Yeah. And on the Heritage newspaper, report ex Chief Justice, 3 others charged with murder. You see the photograph of police boss Patrick Suru. You also see the photograph of the former Chief Justice Gloria Musu Scott and the late Chala Musu right there on the front page of the Heritage newspaper. Okay. And the next sub-lead story there says, we will fight back, or we'll fight this in court, says ex-Chief Justice's son, Noel Scott. His photograph here, speaking with journalists in Monrovia on Tuesday.
Okay, so there's this guy from the coalition. I mean, sometimes the way you guys will comment on all of the network, even your bosses who you talk will say, look, you call it all on half-educated people behind the microphone. You see his comment? We're not going to block you from this page. One JT Mensa Doti, TF from the CDC. Because of all talking about this credit loan company that's giving out loan to Liberians. They do call the Minister of Finance name in it. You know, you're just going about defending. Sometimes you're listening well. Anyway, that's anyway they are coming. I'm not deleting this from the page, you say. And we have half uneducated people and all of that. So, I mean, it's a nice one, but on a very fair one, we'll continue to say this. If this president will be re-elected, he'll be re-elected. If Cummings will be president, so be it. Joseph Boyka, so be it. And the Liberian people will make the decision. So the way you're running with this, your politics, and there are some people now listening to what's this girl from the CPP, Mariah Yakula. She said there are some friends of mine who don't speak to her anymore. Yeah, I listened to that on the closing argument with Ben Sanvi there. She said there are some others. I said, this is how politics. If you and I will not agree on supporting a political party, respect me for that as an individual. But we as a journalist, as we sit on the platform, professionally, we have not taken our side. And you can bear all witness for it. When we see the government is progressing, making good air, we flap it up.
Only that man is empty drum. Don't justify to him.
Yes, you gonna say that.
Let him continue to do his work.
It's a nice one. We're not taking that from the page.
Yes, nobody. Don't take that man seriously.
No.
You know, when former President Ellen was head of state, certain people used to talk. You just let them talk and shut up by themselves. So just
minority
continue,
noise.
Mr. However you call yourself, TA, whatever. Continue to write more, Chief.
Yes, the BWR team is out there, and Naomi Tapia is in there for sports. Congratulations to Ronaldo, the first footballer to play 200 games. Damn man, you don't see that one.
But
you never thought that one.
He started playing
no, not an issue.
2 years before.
That's not an issue.
2 years before we came on the
No, that's not an issue. There are people been playing the game. We know it takes to play 200 international games. That's why Guinness.
It's a milestone.
Congratulations, man.
Congratulations. It's a milestone.
Guinness gave him that award. Yeah, and luckily for him last night, he got the lone goal against Iceland.
Okay.
Man, playing 200 games. What? Yeah,
200 games for his country?
For his country.
Okay.
International
That's
game.
Great. That's great.
Yeah. Diva didn't say make it a 100 game for Liberia. When David Cody was head of Cody I, not a player read 50 games for the team. No, it takes to go for 200 games. I mean, it's a good one. Now, Miss there was post coming up. right here on the Breakfast Show. Then 9:15, Maka running with the team from the BWR coming up on the TBS this morning. So let's link up with Naomi Tapia. She bring us post right here on the Breakfast Show this morning. Good morning to you, Naomi.
Good morning, Oni. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Passion of Life. The Kickball Federation has welcomed news that the Liberian government has earmarked a pitch for the Federation Alliance Sports Park in the PHP community in central Monrovia. State Radio recently quoted Minister of State without portfolio, Chokon Kui, that there is a space for kickball at a United Arab Emirates sponsored PHP Unity Sports Park. Kickball, Liberian-owned sports, has been yearning for a playground over the years, and the Federation's president, surprised we're speaking to Sports Talk at the weekend, described the news as interesting, although it has not been confirmed. We lamented how girls and women playing the sport have been publicly disgraced, as they have no era to attend nature or to dress for games. We say it is true the Federation prays for its own facilities. A pitch at a PHP Unity Sports Park for kickball would be a good start. Meanwhile, AKF President Wee has confirmed that the Federation will fund a club that will forfeit any of its remaining games in the first division league. Speaking to Sports Talk, we said a fund which is in line with the rules and regulations of the league is also intended to avoid match fixing as 4 teams clash for the league table. USA Veterans, a highly celebrated Old Timber site, will observe its 3rd anniversary this Sunday at a Balanceville Estate Sports page. The celebration will bring together 4 teams, followed by an honoring program of players, officials, and others. USA Veterans have invited former Liberian international Anthony Lafort to grace the program. The veterans will be led in attack by Prince Opoku Walker with the 2 other ex-internationals, James Kokolumero and Melvin Kigmet, Alex Papasako, Bill Pato, Curtis Lauder, Joseph Dennis, Joseph Riedo, Emmanuel Petit D, and a host of other former stars will be there to see USA veterans continue their winning streak that has now gone to 8 games. Plaza All-Star, Joba All-Star with the likes of Sekou Jabate, Isaac Zola Popo, and others, and small-town veterans will form part of the tournament. Cameroon's Ajara Nkot hopes to use football to inspire young female refugees fleeing from Islamic insurgents. On World Refugee Day, exactly a month before the start of the Women's World Cup, the Inter Milan strikers spoke about a trip to a refugee camp in Minawao in the far north of her home near the border with Nigeria. There, Nkot told BBC Newsday she found families already adjusting to a different kind of life and urged them to allow their daughters to play football. The camp in Minawo opened in 2013 to help those fleeing attacks by Boko Haram insurgents in Nigeria. Initially built to host 10,000 people, it currently accommodates 60,000. West Ham United have rejected a second bid from Arsenal for their captain Declan Rice. It is understood the Gunners' latest offer for the 24-year-old England midfielder could have been worth as much as 90 million euros in total to the Hammers. However, Arsenal were proposing the initial fee for Rice to be 75 million euros spread over 4 payments. West Ham rejected Arsenal's opening bid last week and want a larger fee and a shorter payment plan to the deal. Rice has played 245 games and scored 15 goals for West Ham, having made his debut in the 2016-17 season after coming through the academy. And finally, Son Heung-min seemed to aim a clear dig at Cristiano Ronaldo by claiming money does not matter to him and made links with Saudi Arabia. Son has been targeted by the big spending Saudi Pro League, with Etihad said to be preparing a bid. They have already signed Karim Benzema in this transfer window and were ready to offer Son a 4-year deal worth 25.6 million euros per season per BBC Sport. The well-financed Saudi Pro League is not done yet, with 3 Chelsea players, Hakim Ziyech, Edouard Mendy, and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, all linked with potential moves to various clubs. Some, though, will not be joining them. That's all for now with Sports Desk.
And of course, sports is a regular feature here on the Truth Breakfast Show. Coming up shortly, we'll have the folks from the Booker Washington Institute here to talk about activities at the BWR. And just before we do that, a few of our commercials here with the proud sponsor of the TBS Orange Liberia.
Use 20% off all phone prices. I got Techno and all. And then you see my power off phone I get my brand new sortie.
We have the best deals, offers, and promos. Purchase from any of our stores and POS around the country and enjoy the best mobile coverage certified by Ookla. Second time in a row.
Brings you closer to what matters. Orange.
Let's tell us how come it wasn't heading Mahalo. Don't worry. How was feeling my sister Shona? I saw him next week episode. He said you were trying to win your money, to be out for your house.
Chip, that's my weapon with Filipino show business. Don't worry, I got the perfect solution for you. I heard it on the radio. Hey, they made an announcement again. Just listen.
More light at home. More possibilities for greatness. Orange Energy is a reliable solution to all light problems. Inspired by the sun and changing lives, one beam at a time. Brighter days are here. Orange Energy now provides reliable electricity at affordable rates, with solar kits starting at $6,565 Liberian dollars and monthly payments starting at $1,600 Liberian dollars. Visit any of our stores or POS to purchase your kit. Brings you closer to what matters. Orange.
It's possible, anytime, anywhere. A way to make you smile from ears to ears. With Orange Money New Broken Fees, you can take off your own sekabagi and keeps you smiling. A smile that comes from the heart. A smile that keeps you ongoing. A smile that lasts forever. More smiles with Makabagi. Discover the Orange Money New Broken Tariff. Withdraw and transfer money to your loved ones now at less expensive fees and experience more advantage with Orange Money Broken Tariff.
Orange Money.
And this is African Song for Freedom. A beautiful piece here on the TBS on Truth 96.1 FM. Just a little bit of entertainment just before we can take our guest from BWR. folks. Let's take the music down. You know, something is making me to laugh. However, I will let it be. Well, folks, this morning we have a team from the Booker Washington Institute, one of the oldest institution providing education for the young people of Liberia. It was established far back, but we'll say more about that. So this morning we have with us as our guest, Mr. Sam Small Barber. He's here as the Public Relations Officer of BWI and also National Secretary General of the Alumni Association of BWR. We also have with us Mr. Patrick Kekula Small, is Chairman of the BWI Native Fourth Founders Day Committee, and they are our guests here this morning, way from the hilltop in Kakata, Margibi County. Folks, good morning. Welcome to the TBS.
Thank you. Good morning. And I want to say it's a pleasure to be here this morning again to give our people update on our upcoming event.
Thank you so much for having us here today.
Okay, so it's great to have you, like I mentioned earlier. Generally, how is BWR?
Well, BWR is faring very well. As you may be aware, the institution, as you rightly said, is placed right on top of the hill before entering Kakata, and so much attractive to the world, to the extent that even the village way behind Kample is aware that there is an institution called BWR. So we are feeling very good.
Okay, so let's get this BWR. I mean, BWR has a lot of graduates. Even my own uncle, he's late now though, graduated from there. A lot of people came out of BWR, and people are hearing about BWR, why, how far and why. But there are still some people who really don't know the history of BWR. You care to share the summary of BWR's history with the public?
Yeah, so let's get to the Chairman of Founders Day Committee, who is well informed to give you, even I get summary, but if you wish, you will get detail.
Yes, okay. So the Booker Washington Institute was founded in 1929. Okay, it was founded in 1929. And the realization of this dream came about the late Liberian President Charles D.B. King. And he made it possible with support from the Fresco Foundations of New York and the board of the Methodist Church in the USA. And then the African American economic right leader, Booker T. Washington, in 1856 to 1915. They decided to found this institution honoring in honor of him, the Booker T. Washington. Booker T. Washington. So that's about it.
And further, the institution in its establishment was intended to build up middle level technicians. And MARKAS, over the years, over decades, as we enter our 94 and going towards our centenary, the Booker Washington Institute has been able to provide even 5% of the Republic of Liberia. All right, and
who was that?
Benedict Warner.
Okay.
Yes, and right now, as you just rightly said, there are a lot of great men right now. Our board chairperson, Honorable Jackson J.P., you know, we graduated from our school. Jonathan Pelele, these guys are all around, and that's the reason why the light of the cannot continue to burn, because people who the school has made have had the school in their heart wherever they are. So the foundation of the institution, you know, when President King envisaged that there was a need to have the country, you know, on a trajectory of people with skill. You know, at that time, Firestone has just come to Liberia, and to have Firestone booming, that's why even at the initial stage, Fairstone up to present is still a member of our board of governors because Fairstone and BWI concomitantly entered Liberia because Fairstone needed people to be able to vehicle their institution or their company. At that time, they had to go Ghana, they had to go Nigeria to get people to come, working for the company. So it was a dream that look, there's a need for us to have an institution that will better the life of the Liberian. And so when President King at the chairman said went on a trip to visit, the American government, on his way back, a journalist encountered. He said, "Look, Mr. President, what is it that you are seeing so much in America that you so admire, that you would like to take that with you to Liberia?" And the president said, "My son, if I had the will of taking the Tuskegee University that was established by the civil rights leader Booker T. Washington, to just take it into my hands to Liberia, I would be the happiest president ever on earth." And so it became something that everyone held on to, and yet within that time, the Festo family was also thinking about extending, the Tuskegee outside of America to Africa. And so the visit of the president further cemented that existing, intention. And that was how it began worked on, and the school got established. To be very frank, BWI, the ground was broken on March 7, 1929. All right. But the reason why we have to come to June as a founders month, find the founders day, is because of the school calendar. All right. Even those days, we started school just in March and then ended in December. So you can't even start school right away. You start having founders day. No. And even up to present, if you're having June coming, June is at a fresh of any of the school year. So if you have a founders day that time, the students are also participatory because they come to the point where at least they have done with a lot of their tests, and all of things. So that's the reason why we have to come to June. But the real founders day is March 7, 1929.
Wow, what a lengthy history. I love that. You still want to add to that? Okay.
And to add to that, negotiations were also made with the tribal chiefs of Kakata. We don't want to leave them out. And they were able to donate 1,086 acres of land to the president for the establishment of the school too.
Oh, that was great. Okay, so amongst activities or events at BWI, this Founder Day, I have attended it, I think 2 or 3 times. It's one of the highly celebrated events at BWI. What is the significance of this Founders Day?
Yeah, the significance of the Founders Day is actually to celebrate the institution, the day the institution was founded, and also to honor the dreams of the founders for establishing BWI. Okay, and then the live experience we have on the campus, bringing back together alumni, friends, and sponsors, increasing community awareness of BWI programs. Those are some of the projects.
Okay, that is good. Okay, we are also live on Real TV though, so just to inform,
And Maka, as a way of following the essence of the Founders Day, you, Maka, I saw you on the Facebook when your birthday was coming.
I know.
So it's a matter of saying that yes, I am, and that's just who I am. All right. And so Booker Washington Institute, Liberia premier institute of TV in our 21st century, got to be able to tell the world who we are and how long we have lived for or we have existed. BWI is at the threat of entering a tertiary, learning institution. Okay, and so at these occasions, most of these things are laid out of the folder to stakeholders. Okay, as a matter of fact, we got development partners, we got training partners. These institutions are part of our Founders Day celebration so that they take with them issues that are relevant to the growth and development of BWI. That's why, I mean, the Founders Day is so important to us, and so much that, I mean, no one take it for granted.
Okay, so as my birthday is important to me, it's the Founders Day to be there. That's great. But let's look at schedules or activities marking this year's Founders Day.
Yeah, tomorrow, which will be the 22nd, will be the completion of cleaning of the campus.
Okay.
And then Friday, the 23rd, will be spokes. That will be between the Library of Opportunities, Industrializations and Center, the LRC from Buchanan, will be playing the TACA Sport Association of BWI. And they will be playing basketball and volleyball.
Oh, they will not play football?
They will play football, but we arrange them by segment. On this identical day will be volleyball and
Friday.
Yeah, Friday.
Yeah, because they will have to come and then to take part into the parade on Saturday.
Yeah.
So to come on the campus and just stay whole day free, what we do, we still okay, but then what you do, play basketball and volleyball on Friday, and then, I mean, enjoy yourself, sleep on the dormitory, all right, as part of the celebration.
Yeah.
By 9 o'clock, we start to turn the quota into dust, of our parade. And then when we come back now, then the young people get to show up that exuberance.
So Friday will be spokes, and then Saturday on the 24th will be the parade through Kakata Main Streets. From there, we'll have a symbolic planning of a reef fence, because we have a reef project, fence project that we want to take in, so we want to launch it on that day. And then from the symbolic planning of the fence, we'll have indoor programs. And the indoor program includes fundraising rally to complete the alumni building on campus, the construction of it. And then after the indoor program, we'll have sport again with LRC, and the round will be basketball and football. Okay, excuse me, it will be kickball and football. Then on Sunday, which will be the 25th, will be Thanksgiving and chapel service.
Okay, so who are those expected to grace the Founders Day indoor program this year, including the guest speaker and other special guests?
This year we wrote the Ministry of Education, Ministry of Youth and Sports, Ministry of Public Works, the University of Liberia, our development partners, which is UNINO, and other areas we have Metal, we have FASUN. We invited JFK, we invited Semenco, and over 50 plus letters were sent to people that we invited. And then we are expecting over 500 alumni associations, faculties, and staff, 1,500 employees or students and others. So there are a lot of letters that we wrote out, and we're expecting people to attend the program.
Okay, Mr. Barber, you want to add to that?
Yeah. As you rightly said, we expect the managing director or general manager for the G5 Plus breweries, Anthony Oliver Rogers, to serve our keynote speaker. Except maybe if he was in a process, but that is our expected guest speaker for this year. People even see us as a profile added to them when they serve as guest speaker for BWI, because the institution is not an ordinary institution, all right? And so, as Rebecca said, the media is our friend. So we are ensuring that the food estates, these are people who, if your friendship with them, you don't try to breach it, because they can tell you also that anytime, all right? They are our friends. So the media will also be in attendance. So, Marka, even if you had a chance to be on Friday, the alumni will also be stomping the ground. We are having our outreach activities, nearby area Morris's farm, where both of the students come from to go to BWI. So we want to remember this place this time around. So the president is listening, Mr. Momo Tako, Thomas M. Tako, is listening. I hope that he will also call in so that he can make some contribution. So the alumni will be there. We have sent for schools like BW Harris, they are alumni. I think 24 alumni and us will be having some fun. We expect the lady Charlie Bronsky to take a kick off because of the tournament. that we're going to have among alumni institutions from various schools. So she will be taking a kick off. So you can imagine that a lot of the guys will be coming. So Friday is going to be a day that we'll all be there celebrating, and then up to Saturday we'll try to kick off the parade.
So the media people have invited to come Friday, sleep over, and then continue.
When you come in there, that different OPS. Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding anyway. But however, besides that outreach you mentioned about the alumni, is there any role the association will be playing in this Founders Day?
Yeah. What we've done is that, as we said, Maurice's Farm, the president asked in one of our meetings, he said, gentlemen, we are always forgetting Maurice's Farm. And this is one of the hubs, that is contributing immensely towards the growth of BWI. What are we doing in this Founders Day? Okay, we said, but what do you think? The president said, look, the children who are seeing that bigger brothers coming to school here may also be developing similar emotion. So what can we do? Let us go there and then dance with them, share candy with them, and take them the certificate of BWI, so that as they grow up, they will always have it as something in their mind to also achieve. And so we went there yesterday. We met the community chairperson. We talked with him. I mean, there's a Palawa hut that we intend to give a facelift to, by having some thing going on there. And we also intend to go to the other nearby community called Chamo Village, where it used to be our Kobo Center. When you go there, as soon as you go there, you come back, you set, for you understand? I mean, there are people there, so we want to get some of our students with us, do some whip up activities in their yard, just something to think that, look, we are all the same, okay? So the Alumni as association is an integral part of the Founders Day for this year.
Okay, so when you are celebrating your birthday, sometimes you look back at the years and see how far you have come. Let's look at some of the progress made at BWR, even if you want to measure it by the last 5 years.
Maka, I mean, I don't know what I would say immeasurably we can, but frankly, just within the short range of time, okay? Right now, BWR is housing the National TVET Teachers Training Center. That program has been launched. So just as you have the TTIs in Liberia, KLTTI, ZRTTI, and but that is strictly for academics. Okay, so what can we do so as to have the people who graduated from University of Liberia from electrical engineering, civil engineering, and then going just to teach strictly in the classroom with no teaching methodology. All right. So the government of Liberia, through a partner, UNIDO and the European Union, have been able to establish a TVET teacher training center in Liberia, and that is being housed at BWI under the supervision of the BWI administration in collaboration with the New Rising. Okay, so that program is now on with the first 30% as a batch. Okay, and it's a pilot. So we want to use this time to encourage young people who are earning degree in various professions, okay, or disciplines. You will need to have a teacher training certificate from BWI Teacher Training and TVET Training Center before you are qualified to teach in a TVET institution. Besides that, BWI was able to succeed in signing a joint resolution with the University of Liberia to offer associate degree in the following discipline, to include electrical engineering, general agriculture, and accounting. Sooner or later, we'll be adding on civil engineering because we got people in China studying to come back and begin to offer those courses. All right. So that's supposed to mean that if you left from BWI and maybe in your second year and then get enter University of Liberia, you don't need to think about taking entrance because that is a collaboration. They have been accepted duly. You just go and start from where you stop at BWI. Okay, because the courses being offered in the particular course discipline at University of Liberia has also been the same offer at BWI because the two curriculum were being discussed, scrutinized, and harmonized. And you understand? That's great. It's fine. So there we are, and that's the reason why, in fact, our last year Founders Day, we were able to initiate into the alumni who, Dr. Nelson and Dr. Zina. So So by extension, these are members of our alumni association. Okay, so it's been so great. Besides that, BWI, just imagine. I mean, few days ago, we're part of the global competition, taking place amongst, schools around the world. And that program is most of the time organized by a team called the T4 Education Foundation in Great Britain. Okay, try to ascertain, do assessment on schools as per their activities, and how does the activities impact society or community. And when they did the assessment, BWI in Liberia was captured at one of the institutions. And so per the assessment, more than 1,000 of schools were shortlisted. All right. But then after we have gone through the first field of the assessment, the examination, we were dropped in the 50 range. Okay. So BWI was one of the 2 African schools that was shortlisted among the 50s. All right. And so after another time of the scrutiny, we now got shortlisted among the 10 best schools in the world. Wow. You understand? So meaning we are not just in Margibi County as a school, but we are there as the light of the county, and we are in Liberia as the light of the country, and maybe the light of Africa. You understand? Because among the 10 schools now, only Liberia is the African country among the 10 schools. Wow, that is great. So those are some of the things. And infrastructural wise, right now, through the European Union, have been able to collaborate with BWI administration, and you have the machinery shop being refurbished. If you went there, machines that are there, Maka, you'll be afraid because you'll be thinking that you will just get captured by smaller machines. You understand? So those renovations have been completed, and then within delegation. So it means because the administration there is an astute one. And you can only do those things based on confidentiality, based on confidence reposing people. So the administration have been able to exhibit the level of confidence so that people can entrust them with a lot of good works.
Okay, that's great. If you're just joining us, you are listening to the TBS here on Truth 96.1 FM. We've had with us as our guest this morning from the Booker Washington Institute, Patrick Akula Sumo. He's chairman of the BWI Native Founders Day Steering Committee, and also Mr. Sam Barber. He's the PRO and Secretary General of the Alumni Association. Mr. Barber, you just mentioned some of the gains made over the period of time. However, what are some of the challenges that could be holding back BWI or even affecting its operations?
And the challenges, or one of the major challenges, is not just unique to BWI, but something that I see global is the issue of finance. All right. We all are aware that government has a very limited envelope. And so when the envelopes are being distributed, the little one we get may not be very strong to have things going on. However, be that as it may, by the innovation of the administration, we are doing everything we can do so as to ensure that our programs are sustained. And that's the reason why even a better ball in BWI is important, because we are industrial organization or institution. We got our palm that we can harvest. And those palm seeds are not taken for granted, because they are so much helpful to our children. We go as far as making sure that our rubber farm is well treated. We go there and do our tapping. We get the proceeds from there, and to also sustain our institution. We got our cattle. You want to get cow for your Christmas in Maka? Come, we'll give you a healthy cow. Okay, so these things are done to augment government effort in the sustaining of the program at BWI. You understand? So those are small challenges, because the money is not very plenty in government hand right now. But government is also cognizant of the importance of BWI. That's the reason why any partnership government shows, we want to take the time to say thank you to the Ministry of Education, Ministry of Youth and Sport, because these institutions or these government entities are working closely with BWI to ensure that BWI is on par with international standard.
Mr. Sumo, you want to add to that as well?
He said there are challenges because most of the time we see people are being trained and then they resign and go to other institutions because of salary. So there are actually challenges, but things are working on and government is working to see how best that can be addressed. Yes.
BW has been working on the thing of having a university status. One time I listened to the principal and CEO. He mentioned that, there was some commitment that by the end of 2023, you have achieved that. Can you speak to that?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, that is enshrined into the PAPD. Okay. The people that have to do with power to the people. And so there's a commitment by this government to ensure that BW is elevated to university level. That's the reason why there was no hesitation for the US to have partnered with us with affiliation. So right now, the administration is working along with our legal team so that a bill is submitted before even the elections is conducted. So we are of the conviction that between now to August, our bill will be submitted, and before election, we want to pray that it will pass into law so that by the time we get into the next academic, we'll be discussing tertiary or university status as an institution.
That is great. What impression do you have with the performance of people you have graduated over the last 3 years, for example? Because I don't want to go back to 5-10 years. What's the impression? What kind of impact do you see from them? Can you compare them with those who graduated maybe 12-10 years ago?
Yeah, we can compare them because before you graduate from BWI, you are self-sustainable, and you understand. And so we made a study and have got to realize that in the last 5 years, most of the young guys that graduated kind of cooperatives, and these cooperatives are based on their disciplines. And you understand, and they are making their own business. Sometimes they even come back to the school and get back to us. And you understand. And so, institution, if you call us through our job planning office, look, we need these kind of people. And you understand, because we got them through our database system. And you understand. Well, right now, Jetty is opening a robot factory in Swahili County. This graduation, based on the impression, he has been able to get on his book about 20 young graduates from BWI who will be going there to start working immediately. All right. So these young people are promising, and that's the reason why right now, when you talk about entrance and placement exam at BWI, you get it overcrowded. Not to forget, we'll be having our first entrance for academic 2024 come the first Saturday in July. Okay, so if you have a son, your daughter anywhere, and you can take advantage of that. Okay, it's both the PSPP and the regular will be having the entrance the same day. All right, the associate degree program entrance will be on, nothing diploma program will be on. Okay, so the impressions are enormous. That's the reason why you see people continue to partner with the institution, because many persons are following our trend of events.
Well, that is great from BWR. This morning, we are featuring BWR, the Booker Washington Institute, on the TBS here on Truth 96.1 FM. The chairman of the Founders Day program, the 94th Founders Day program, Mr. Patrick Kekula Smo, is here alongside the PRO and National Secretary General of the Alumni Association, Sam Smo Barber. They are also here this morning talking about BWI issue. Let's look at you have an alumni base in the US. Is that correct? What role are they playing this year?
The alumni in the US have vast role, and they have to do with engaging our leadership on the ground. Remember, as we said, this year we want to launch a fundraising program intended squarely for the completion of the unfinished alumni project on the campus. So they've been written, and they've given us the green light. Look, right after the program, you can count on us. Whatever contribution we can make, we'll make sure that we get out to you guys to ensure that the project is completed. It's a guest hub project, okay? And so our president, Mr. Parker, is in touch with the leadership in America. And so, by God's grace, as soon as we get off the Founders Day, they'll be coming forth to us to ensure that they be a part of our ongoing project. Yeah.
So let's just throw light on the leadership style and how is it imparting the institution of Harris Tano. Let's look at his working style. I know you've been over there for a couple of times.
Anthony Tano got few attributes of leadership quality. He possesses the democratic style of leadership. He possesses the charismatic or innovative style of leadership, and he possesses, the level of tolerance. So this style of leadership, anyone who possesses the kind of style of leadership, you tend to progress, because what he does is that if you are a democratic style oriented leader, you dedicate responsibility to people. All right. And when these responsibilities are dedicated, you make follow up on them because you want to get feedback. So Tano is also a result oriented leader. And so what he did is that he structured his administration into three major pillars. One of the first pillar is the cabinet. All right. The cabinet is comprising of the senior administrators. All right. These are the guys who meet on a monthly basis. Every Tuesday, every second Tuesday, every month, they meet and then discuss the institution. Now, at the cabinet, the business manager represents the entire financial department, and he gave financial updates to the cabinet. The vice president for instruction represents the academic and the trade department, and he gives the instructional issues that affect his department to the cabinet. Okay, the vice president for administration, represent all the working units on the campus, and he also gave update to the cabinet. All right, the VPSS is responsible to supervise the clinic, the cafeteria, the day section, the sports department. So when he comes to the cabinet meeting, he comes there with information from those sections, and then it puts the administration in an informed position to take decision as to how to address issues coming from those sections. The networking section there is the cabinet council. Now the cabinet council now comprises of members of the cabinet and then heads of department and sections. Okay, so at that session now is larger than the cabinet meeting. So at that place now, every working session head and department head brings forth issues confronting their working department or sections. You understand? And then administration take decision based on those reports. Then the final stage is the general staff meeting. Now at that stage now is the larger portion now of the administration. So member of the cabinet, member of cabinet and council, and even the sweeper, everyone go to that meeting and then discuss issues affecting them individually, discuss issues affecting them with our bosses and all things, and then administration take decision towards them. So that is how I can tell you what structure, his working section, so that it will be able him to be able to relate, gradually to every aspect of his administration.
So everybody is kind of involved in decision making at the campus.
Yeah, that is great. So, Mr. Chair, anything left out of the Founders Day activities? We want to interact with the public now. Yes, so you can just bring that out so that we can open the lines and have interaction with the public.
Yeah, let me just say out the theme for this year is strengthening technical and vocational education and training TVET for excellence in the 21st century. That's the theme for this year.
Okay, so folks, if you are following us, we are here with the family of BWR this morning. Call us on 0770-202-579 to be a part of this discussion. Our first caller is coming from Kakata this morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Marka. Good morning, Honorable Sam Papa. Good morning to Honorable Patrick Kekurasu. My name is Emmett Hammer, a call for custody this morning. Marka, let me appreciate the family of BWR for the level of work they continue to do. But Peter be shot later and one of the 10 best school in the whole world. It's a proud for some of us as parents, as Nigeria, and as Liberia. But I'm asking the government of Liberia to do everything possible to increase the political development because the parents are being challenged to pay the tuition of the area. For example, I have two of my kids over there. I mean, like they pay over $300 for the whole semester. But we hope and pray the government of America to do everything possible to make Peter a vibrant one. To be 10 money, 10 in the whole world is a plan for us, Marka. On a serious note, but my things have to do with our country authority. Send out for now, 2 weeks ago, none of our leader on the county education officer of Congolania Peter. Yes, so in the county education or our county authority of Congolania Peter, I've been a PR who want to send out who want to tell us. It is important that we want to support Peter and wish them 94 years. We pray that God will tell Peter and then I will try to be more to be one of the future leaders of Peter. Thank you so much for giving time this morning.
Thank you kindly, Emmett Hammond from Kakata. Call us on 0770-202579. We're talking about BWR, the Booker Washington Institute, upcoming 94th Founders Day program. We have the team here headed by the chairman of the steering committee for this year's celebration. They're discussing issues. You can call and participate on 0770-202579. This caller is on the line. Good morning.
Good morning. This is Romeo Ramos, alumni of the Great Booker Washington Institute.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I called to thank the guys in studio for their hard work and effort, for the growth and development of Peter. But one thing is that the previous quarter said is the high increase in tuition saying Mr. Towner took over. We want him to work on that, please. And thanks on tomorrow. The Founders Day kickoff. We all want to be there, all the men to be there to create a vocation.
Okay. Thank you for your participation. Good morning.
Good morning, Marka.
Good morning.
This is Ben Gonzalez Capu Jr. I'm one of the alumni of BWR.
Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Pinsville.
Okay.
Jagotown, yeah.
Go ahead.
So let me say thanks to your studio guest. They elaborated well. Just some inquiry I need to get from them.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get them talk about obtaining t-shirts if you want to participate into the event and also other things to follow.
Okay.
But I mean, it's a good thing that have to hear about news coming up. I mean, I'm a proud product of BWR. I can push that for sure. I know how vibrant we are out there. For some of us, it has been so much meaningful into our lives. That has done well for us. I mean, make us industrial. I mean, make us to be who we are today.
Okay.
So thank you. Thanks to the team, and I look forward to participating to.
Okay. They will tell you maybe how to obtain the dress code for the day. Good morning.
Good morning, Marka. Good morning to the people of the PUI again. And let me say good morning to the studio guest from my Booker Washington Institute. Actually, my clear and I don't join you this morning again for studio. And Marka, it is good that in fact the people that have come in studio to elevate the argument on the Booker Washington Institute. But mind you, the last time I played the Booker Washington Institute, probably about 3 weeks ago, I realized that in fact the God have taken over the area of Booker Washington Institute.
Are you sure? When last you had been there? Yeah, because I was there recently.
I said 3 weeks ago, and I have the total evidence to prove that in fact 3 weeks ago the God have taken over the place.
Okay, they will address that as they are about to celebrate the Founders Day. 0770-202579. I was just in Kakata a couple of days ago. I didn't see what McLean is talking about anyway. But let me take this call. Good morning.
Good morning, and of course, good morning to my alma mater from the Tago Kingdom.
Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Harris Ramela, 2011, 24th graduate. And I just wondered, they could actually, we appreciate it, we pay the school to take up back. But we haven't heard about teachers that we normally get in time for our Founders Day program. Is there any such available?
Okay, they will answer you. But I don't have the school oath in studio yet. Good morning. This person slipped off the line. You can call back on 0770-202-579. Let's take this person. The BWR family is large. Oh. Good morning.
Good morning, Maka.
Good morning.
I call you from Kagata, Maggie County. 2015 graduate from the Accelerated Vocational Training Program.
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I want to be grateful to our colleagues in studio, the Booker Washington Institute, on the stewardship of Honorable Tano, and the Illumina leadership has been doing a brilliant job. So we want to say to them that we are in high spirit. In fact, I will be participating in that occasion. So the incoming representative of Dojo will be participating in that occasion. So let them keep a t-shirt, my cap, and also for my mother herself, she's coming through to celebrate the Father Days with us. And I want to say thanks to Maka. And I listened to that guy who called saying that ground is on the campus of Booker Washington Institute. You know, we cannot do everything with politics. BWI is one of the cleanest, campuses in Liberia. So you just go and check. I thank you. Don't say ground is on the campus. That's not true. You will see beautiful flowers around the building, and you're going to see the pavement. Everything is just different at BWI.
Thank you. Thank you, Adia. Thank you, this caller. Good morning.
Good morning, Maka.
Good morning.
Yeah, I'm in my Montana calling from Disco Hill, near the route in the airport.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I have a question for a studio guest this morning.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to know what are the free tuition not covering BWI, because I do learn BWI is very expensive these days. We don't know why. But all the tertiary have been free by the President of the Republic of Liberia. I don't know why BWI is not covering the free tuition. Thank you, sir.
Well, okay. I hope they have answers to that. Anyway, good morning. This will be second to last caller. Good morning. Go ahead.
Morning.
Good morning.
I'm trying to Kula and I'll call from a district for Mosulalo County. I mean, say money for your studio guest. And let me applaud Ned for being one of the best school to win the award and one of the 10 school in the world. Look, Maka, I have a question for your studio guest. Like for that graduate, they've been making a recommendation to some of the public institutions like the ministry and entity for that graduate to go and perform.
Okay.
That's my question.
Thank you. They will answer that, even though concerning private company, they mentioned that, but for government entity, they will address that. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Go ahead.
This is Patrick B.S. Rogers, former graduate of Booker Institute.
Go ahead. Can you please lower the volume of your receiver?
I want to extend my appreciation to the member of the faculty board for the job well done, and so that our institution will continue to be a great and wonderful among all institutions around the world and both West Africa. I hope that we will be part of that program as we go on Saturday.
Okay.
The effort with the principal and all the co-workers.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. God bless Booker Washington Institute and God bless Liberia. So let's get back to the guest. You can respond to some of the questions that were asked or some of the issues raised.
Let draw the line up to where people keep emphasizing on tuition, because I would want to believe that many persons will want to listen to that. We got two categories of students at the regular program. The day students that are commuting from the communities to the school, and as well as the boarding. And based on the technical nature of BWI, I mean, the demand is highly driven. More to that, I would say government envelope is narrow to the extent that BWI has to manage to sustain the program from tuition payment as well as other intakes of the institution. And so the boarding program, which is also optional, remember there was an administration that tend to close up the community program and said the school should just be squarely a boarding student, a boarding school, and that went on for almost a year or two prior to the time taking over. And when he came there, he said, "No, you can have the school to be squarely a boarding school, because there are other people who will not afford the boarding fees." And that's how, I mean, we recalibrated, and then the day school program came back. Okay. And so, I mean, if you have to run the school and the students have to eat 3 times a day, students, I mean, I guess students anyway, when the children go, I mean, hungry for just a minute after that lunchtime, they will start crying around here. All right. You have to have uninterrupted power supply, water supply. How do you run these programs? It's based on money. Okay. You have to make sure that your environment is clean. Like what somebody said, the school is covered by grass. That's just laughable. I mean, it's childish to say that. Right now, every month, either 2 or 3 times, the tractors will go around the campus, making sure that and to do that, you have to fuel the tractors. You understand that? So the issue of tuition on BWI is true, but I'm sure that they are reasonable, because like our business manager, the gentleman is so much tolerant to the extent that he credit people go to school on CP at BWI. As soon as school begins, their parents just can't get signed. So look, I don't have the money right now. Maybe they will show 1 or 2 months later to pay, and the business manager will tolerate them, and they will pay based on their agreement. You understand? So what we do, let us spend the little we can spend, so that our children will walk with something that will fill you in your old age. And let us stop talking about the kind of thing that kind of proclivity of breaking down the vibrancy of good institutions. Okay? Then besides that, people talk about t-shirts. That is squarely in the hand of the Alumni Association. All right? T-shirts are currently on sale. Just go on the campus. There is a pretty press called Mr. Photo. He just go to his studio. You got beautiful t-shirts there printed. Or you go on the campus. I mean, just get to the business and finance office. We got a badge there. I mean, you just go and pick a t-shirt from there. We got $10 for t-shirt. We got $15 for t-shirt. Okay. We also got the mug. The mug is for $10. Beautifully designed mug. Okay, you can get it, and that could be a souvenir for you. You can drink the water inside. I don't want to call it other one that can drink inside. Okay, so that is it. I mean, I think we stand for who we are by God's grace, so that Liberia can be a better country through our industrial, aspiration.
Okay, parting comments. No time. Let's do that just in 30 seconds, please.
Okay, thank you so much for having us here. We are inviting and calling all alumni friends and supporters to attend the program.
Thank you, Maka. For me, let me again use this medium to say THRUTH FM is invited, as they have always been, and we hope to see all of you guys, so that we can make Kakata like it was in heaven on that day. Thank you, and you're welcome.
Okay, so we've been talking to folks. We're taking leave of you this morning to be here tomorrow again with another fascinating edition of the TBS, the being on the new Roberts and Marka Davis presentation here this morning on the TBS. Hope to see you tomorrow. Have yourself a wonderful Wednesday.